What's up, everybody? It's your boy Sega Man back here with another video. Now, I got a lot of responses from my last video doing about forgotten racing games for the Xbox. Um, I want to give a shout out to Retro Renegades and them, Graphic God. Check out Graphic God on his channel. The best quality if you need a gamer pick done or banner, or if you need an intro made for your podcast, the best man to go to for the job is Graphic God. So check out Graphic God's channel. Look up Graphic God on YouTube, and you can also find Graphic God on Twitter. And he has, different prices for gamer picks and things that he can do for you. He'll work with you, and it will also help you to create a nice gamer pick for your Xbox, your YouTube channel, your podcast. So check out the Graphic God and check out Retro Renegades. Those brothers over there, they do great podcasts. They love to have fun and talk about gaming because that's what it's all about. And I hope that you go check him out, man. And check out our podcast called the Exile Podcast on Sunday nights at 8 p.m. Come and check us out and check out Intro Media Gaming 100's channel, Xbox Has No Games, Saturday nights at 11:30 p.m. Check us out, guys. Come and rock out with the true Xbox fans. And also check out my brother Hebot's channel where he just did a really great video on some more statue and collectible toys that he has. He doesn't just do video games. He does toys in my closet, and he does it in detail with different kind of collectibles that he picks up, statues and things like that. So check out Hebot's channel on YouTube. And he's also on Instagram and he's on Twitter. Check out Hebot. So, what we're going to talk about today, guys, because I was really happy that people liked my last video about forgotten racing games on the Xbox. My brother E-Rock commented, and so does some of my other YouTubers that watch me and that rock out with me. I really appreciate that, guys. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. I always appreciate everybody that comes and has positive comments about my collections and what I have to do when I talk about gaming. I really appreciate that. But today, guys, we're going to talk about a very old vintage handheld system. This system was around when you guys weren't even born, some of you. But some of you will remember this system. At the time, this system was very expensive. It wasn't the first handheld. The first handheld to ever come out and be a big success was the Game Boy black and white system. I do have that. I will show that sometimes, but that was the first one. But this is the very first handheld color system. Yes, it was gigantic, but back then they considered it portable. You know what I mean? But it is kind of portable. It's not one you can just put in your back pocket. You know what I mean? You can't put this in your coat pocket. That's how big it is. But it is one of the first handheld portable systems. And today we're going to talk about the Atari Lynx. Now, the first Atari Lynx I have is second generation. I bought that one. But I have a surprise. A friend of mine actually gave me the first Atari Lynx. He didn't even ask me for any money. He gave it to me. He just had it laying around his house. He bought it from eBay. He played it for a while. He wasn't interested anymore in it anymore. He knows I collect. My friend Don. So I'm going to show you the first. This is my first time owning this. I am excited because now I have both handheld systems, both versions. And the system he gave me, actually, I looked it up yesterday. It goes for over $180, and that's with nothing, just the system. You know what I mean? And I'm going to show you that right now. Now, it has a little wear and tear on it because when he bought it from eBay, it had a little bit of wear and tear on it. I don't remember how much he paid for it, but it is a working system. So this is the very first handheld from Atari called the Atari Lynx, and this is the first iteration of the Atari Lynx, right? And it does work. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a game in. You're not going to be able to see it because of the lighting and the way the LED screen is on here. But I will put it on for you. Now, what's really unique about this system is that the cartridge slides into the side right here. See that? Goes right in there. And they're thin cards. Kind of remind you of some Sega Master game cards, you know what I mean? Or TurboGrafx. But these are a little thinner, a little sleeker than you would find on the TurboGrafx or the Master System. It also has where you can put in headphones at the top, power pack, and he also gave me not a power pack, but a plug, an adapter, so you could plug it in a wall. But he actually gave me a battery pack for it for free, never even opened. And I was like, cool. But this is what it looks like, guys. And yes, it is big. It's very big. Some games you can actually play it like this. I don't know what certain games you can actually play it upright like that. But this is the first iteration of the Atari Lynx, all right, by Atari. Okay, now what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to throw a game in. You're not going to be able to see it. The old warming up of the game. Goes in like this. See that? There's the game. Real thin. Thin game. I mean, goes in like this, right? And you close it up. Okay? Now I'm going to turn it on real quick for you. Okay? Well, now it's telling me, actually telling me to insert a game. So let me try it one more time. See, with these old games, sometimes you have to do that to warm them up, like if you were playing an old NES game for your Nintendo. Now, this had where you can brighten it real bright and dim it. Now, you can hear this. This is called XY bots. The volume's up here. That's the volume, right? Kind of reminds you of like Nintendo music in an old NES. You're not going to be able to see it, but the screen, that's what the screen is like. I don't want to, you can't see what the game is. But I'm very surprised that this game actually works. I mean, the system actually works again still. But you can see it's very loud. It's still, the system, believe it or not, the screen on this is still very good. And is actually is held up for today. It's really held up. And I'm very surprised to find this with the screen really, because the screens on these and the capacitors that were made in these systems went very quickly. You know what I mean? But I'm very happy that he gave me this for free, man. And it works, and it's really awesome. I think I'm going to actually play with this one for a while and put mine, to the side. You know what I mean? But it is great, and it works. It's awesome. The only thing that is missing from this is it doesn't have the back that holds the batteries. There's no problem with that. I can go online, find a back for it for $10. Boom, there you go. You know what I mean? But it works. It's awesome. You know what I'm saying? I'm just glad to have it. You know what I mean? Even if you can't even find these, period, even if you can't even find a back. And if you do find them, like I said online, you're going to pay. They're expensive. People are going to make you pay for them. And some people will even try to sell it to you for at least $80 without the back, if it's a working system. But I'm very glad to have this, guys, in my Atari Lynx collection. And let me just show you the battery pack he gave me. This is the battery pack, right? Still in its original box, and it's huge. Okay, I don't know what Atari and them were thinking about when they were saying that it's portable, because clearly, I mean, it's a huge system. Maybe they thought you can put it in your suitcase back in the early days and take it. It's true, you can put it in your backpack, take it with you on vacation, chill out, relax in the bed, while your wife might be down in the pool with the kids or whatever, and you don't feel like going down and play yourself a little bit of Atari Lynx games. You know what I mean? Or something like that. But actually, it has a knob on here that you have to unscrew, right? And the batteries go in here. And yes, it's big. And I believe it is. It takes 6 batteries. You know how heavy that is? That's heavy. So definitely not portable on this side, but that's what it looks like. This is what the battery pack looked like for the Atari Lynx. And you just screw it back on like that. And there you go. Never used. He's never used it. He's never used it. I guess the guy he got it off of gave it to him. And it also has a clip, guys. Look at that. It has a clip that you can put on your belt, on your pants, man. Yeah, yeah. I guess it. I guess it's kind of portable. I'm not gonna go out like that. You know what I mean? But I'm glad to have it. In the collection. So, okay, let's go on. Now, I'm going to show you my Atari Lynx that I purchased a while back. Okay, I got this at the exchange. I only paid, I think it was $60 for it. Okay, and this is the second generation of the Atari Lynx. Okay, this is mine. It's in way better shape. I take care of my stuff. This is my Atari Lynx that I bought. I take really good care of my Atari Lynx. On the back, it has rubber grips. They made it a little bit more comfortable for you to hold. There's the rubber grips. And the game goes in here. Okay? So you just take the game, put it in, and push button, turn it on. Okay? There we go. Now, you can adjust the screen on this one too. This one is actually, it's not as loud as the original. Okay? Now, I don't know if it was because of the way they made this system, but it's not as loud as the other one. The other one's really loud, you know what I mean? But this is a good one as well. Still plays good, you know what I mean? Screen's very well done, it still works really good. And you can hear it now. And it's really nice, man. And I love my Atari Lynx. Great system. But that just gives you some idea of it has a backlight also. Turn that off on. But that gives you an idea about Atari's first handheld, which is the Atari Lynx. Okay, now this one also has where you can put in headphones, you can put in your power cord, and everything's up at the top. Okay, now the batteries on this is actually at the bottom, and I believe it is six. Yeah, it's a lot still. Six AA batteries, more sleek. Okay, let's see the difference here. First generation, right? Second generation. Still kind of big, but it's more sleek. You know what I mean? So if you were to put them side by side, it is bigger. You know what I mean? The first generation Atari Lynx is bigger. You know what I mean? But I am very glad to own this, and I'm happy my friend gave me the first one that still works really good. But like I said, if you want to invest in these handheld systems, if you're a game collector, okay, you're going to pay unless you can find them out in the wild. And if you find them out in the wild, people do their homework today, guys, because of computers. And they do their research on video games. And you're going to pay still. You might not have to pay tax on it, but you're going to pay. Okay? Now, this one I seen online going over $300. The one I got. Okay, for some reason, the first generation, the highest I seen was almost 200. I seen one like at 180. Okay, now I don't know if it was a working Lynx. I don't know. But this one actually is more sought after, and it is way more expensive. The thing about the second Atari Lynx, if you look at it, it's thicker, right? If you look at the first generation Lynx, it's thinner, thinner all around. It's just longer. So they're both great systems, but if you want to collect for it, do your homework first. It's really hard to find these at flea markets, swap meets, or anything like that. Now, if you go to a mom and pop store, they might give you a break, but they're going to want as much as they can make on it because it is sought after collector's item if you're into collecting video games and systems. It's definitely uh, people are looking for those systems. I had a guy at my work ask me a few times, if I wanted to sell my Atari Lynx, and I said no. And I'm not going to sell this one my friend gave me either, because now I have both, and I'm happy with them. You know what I mean? Now I'm going to show you real quick some of the games. These are some of the games I have. I don't have a lot of Atari Lynx games. I got lucky and went to a place called Cash and Culture. Some of you might have heard of it. It's a video game store, and I picked up a few games there. But I'm going to show you the games I have. This one is called Cyberball. See how thin it is? Cyberball, right there, right? This one is called Flag. I think it's Speed Flag Challenge. I can't see it very well. It's a racing game. See how thin they are? Very thin. This one is actually Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, right? It's an old movie. Some of you don't even know what this is from when we were growing up. Bill and Ted, you know, another game on there. California Games, another old school game that actually was on the original Nintendo, the NES. Pit Fighter. Now, some of you have heard of this in the 90s. It was a kind of a cheesy wannabe Mortal Kombat, but I like Pit Fighter. Pit Fighter, to me, that was an awesome game. It was kind of brutal, too. People in the audience can actually stab you with a knife and can stick you to push you back in to fight your opponent. Pretty raw. You know what I mean? This one is APB, another great game on the Lynx. This one is called Crystal Mines 2, which is a pretty awesome game. It's like a kind of like a Dig Dug, kind of Atari Lynx version of a Dig Dug. Not a bad game. Now the last game I got here is called Gates of Xenocon. Now this game actually is on the Atari Jaguar. I own Atari Jaguar too, and I looked up the version for the Atari Jaguar, and they went over $100 for that game, like 180 or 190 bucks, man. This game I paid for the Atari Lynx was only $10. Now this has went up in price because this is the successor of the one that was on the Atari Jaguar. It's just made for the Atari Lynx. Now this game has went up. I seen this game for $50, $60. Okay, but it is a great side-scrolling shoot 'em up that was for your Atari Lynx. So I want to just thank everybody for supporting me, man, supporting my channel. And you know what? I'm going to keep doing videos like this. Now, if some important stuff comes up that I want to talk about, like something in the gaming community or out here in the Xbox gaming community, I'm going to still do videos like that. I'm still going to give you my opinion on how I feel about the community and how people are trying to spread toxicity in the Xbox gaming community. I'm always going to do that, but I'm always going to keep doing my videos on my collections, the systems that I pick up too. You know what I mean? So hope you guys will support me in that, man, because it's not all about just you know telling you guys my opinion, and sometimes my opinions are strong, and I know people like that. There's people that just like that. They like to hear me talk about the trolls and screw them and all that. But that's not all Sega Man's about, man. I'm about collecting video games and playing video games. And I want to say this before I leave, because this video's went long enough, okay? Collecting is not going to go away. I know that in these days, a lot of people are going digital. I have a lot of digital games. I do. I have a lot. Okay, but we're not going away. Okay, we're going to keep collecting video games, collecting toys, uh, statues and stuff like that, especially in gaming. I don't want physical to go away, and I don't think it's going to go away. That's what we were talking about on the XL podcast, okay? Because like me, I still like physical, and I'm always going to collect, okay? Physical still needs to be implemented in the gaming and gaming culture. It doesn't need to go away, all right? And we're not going to go away. So you guys have a great week. Hope you enjoy your gaming. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for supporting our podcast and giving us time when you come to our podcast to check us out from true Xbox gamers. Our hearts go out to you, man. You guys rock. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Now, I don't know what the next video is going to be. I might do something different. I mean, I don't know. But I just want to say thank you guys, man. You guys rock. All right. Sega Man out. Xbox for life. We don't die. We multiply. Peace.